Hey gamers, the Red Dragon here from BattleStrats.com, and we are talking BlackLight Tango Down. Now, Tango Down was just released yesterday, so today what I'm going to do is give you the 50-cent tour, show you the menu system, everything that's involved in BlackLight Tango Down, and show you some gameplay later on and tell you all about it so you can decide whether or not this is a game that you want to invest a little bit of money and time into. So we'll get started. Now when you start up the game and you head over to the menu system, the first thing you'll see is the combat zone. Now this is where you decide what you want to play. They have a Black Ops, which is like the campaign for BlackLight, and you can play single player or you can play with up to 3 of your friends. So it's a 4-player co-op, and you can go through and experience the story, which I believe has 4 different levels on it. You can also set up a private match. You won't get XP. Or you can do a quick match, and here you can filter the different games. Now, for a arcade game, this has a lot of different game types with it. You have deathmatch, you have team deathmatch, which that's normal. Retrieval is where each team has a canister, and what you have to do is go steal the other team's canister and bring it back to your place. So it's kind of like a capture the flag. Domination is similar to Modern Warfare Domination. You have several points on a map that you're trying to keep. You have Detonate. Detonate is a neutral bomb in the middle of the map, and what you're trying to do is grab the bomb, take it to the enemy base, and detonate it, similar to what Halo had. You have Last Man Standing, which means no respawn, so it's the last man standing wins, and Last Team Standing, which is the same setup as far as Last Man Standing, except you're with the team. The next stop on the list is the Armory. Now, if you've been paying attention to BlackLight Tango Down or keeping up with it whatsoever, you know that they've really pushed customization, and they claim that you can have a million different variations as far as your weapons and how you set it up to your own unique style. So as you enter the Armory, there are several different loadouts which are already that you set up however you like, and if you want to change any of these loadouts, you just click on it. And from here you can change your primary weapon, secondary, your equipment, and your armor. And we'll just take a look at one of these real quick, and I'll show you just how deep the customization goes. So here you can select you can have a small machine gun, a sniper, assault, shotgun, or large machine gun. And with each of these, there are several predetermined presets that you can select. And you'll notice that there's also a number in the top right corner of the weapon, and that lets you know what rank you have to be in order to unlock that gun. So like with many other games, and this adds replayability, goes BlackLight Tango Down is all about earning XP and ranking up, and as you rank up you unlock more weapons, you unlock more armor, etc. So your character can really develop over time as you put time into the game. So after you select which weapon you want to go with, you can actually go back to that weapon and press A to customize the weapon. And this is where it really gets deep, and you'll see that you can set different scopes up, different magazines, muzzles, barrels, stocks. You can select your own camo for the gun. And then you also have weapon tags. Now weapon tags are really cool because, as you see, they put a little trinket on the side of your gun, which you actually do see in-game as you're playing. But more than that, you'll notice that the stats actually change depending on which tag that you have selected. So it's really like an added perk on top of your game. So it really adds a whole layer of depth to BlackLight Tango Down. Heading back out to the menu, the Field Locker allows you to see your personal data, your personal stats, and awards. There's a lot of different badges you can earn, and this tells you how close you are to earning those. So the rest of the menu is pretty self-explanatory: achievements, leaderboards, help and options, and leave. So we'll jump right into some gameplay now.
The best armor is staying out of gunshot. That has got to be the worst tip I've ever read.
So before you start each game, you'll start in the lobby, and from here you can choose your loadout, and then whenever you're ready, just jump right into game. You can also change your loadout in game after you've already begun by just pressing the back button and selecting your loadout. As far as the gameplay is concerned, it's pretty fast paced. You're not going to feel like you're walking around in quicksand. In fact, you'll probably feel like you're walking around in ice because it feels like you glide. You'll notice that as you kill people, you gain XP, and of course, as I stated earlier, XP increases your rank, which gives you more weapons and abilities later on. You'll notice that blurriness over there, that's actually a digi-grenade that people can throw, and that actually messes up your visual HUD so you can't see through that area. So that was pretty unique to the game. There are no vehicles, no destructible environments, so it's just a straight up FPS that's very similar to a lot of first person shooters that you've played before. Now you're going to notice that there is no mini-map, so there's no way for you to know where you're at on the map. What I'm going to show you is this little HUD, and we'll take a minute to go over everything. If you press up on the directional pad, it brings this up, this is just like your mini-map. This tells you exactly where everybody is on the map, so it gives you an ability to see those people. It also tells you where health crates are and ammo crates that you can walk up to. On the bottom left corner is your health at 175. Below that is the bar that allows you to use this ability, and it will regenerate, so you'll see it going down as you use it, so it is time sensitive. On the very bottom is your XP bar. This lets you know how close you are to the next rank. And on the right is your ammo information that tells you how many bullets you got left. So this, you may think, as you see people running around using the HUD, that might be a little cheap and easy to use because everybody does have this ability, but really you can get killed very quickly using this because it takes a few seconds to flip that on and flip it back off. And it does take a little bit for it to regenerate, so it's not something that you can walk around all the time with that on, knowing exactly where everybody's at. But it does keep people from camping. So overall, BlackLight Tango Down doesn't bring anything new to the table, really. As far as an arcade game goes, is it worth $15? Yeah, I think so. You get a lot for your money. You get 12 multiplayer maps. You get the short co-op story. And it's a lot better than that $60 price point that a lot of games have. Once again, this didn't, it's not going to be shooter of the year, definitely not. But I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. There's a lot of different game modes that I haven't tried. This is actually all deathmatch gameplay. I don't know why, because I hate deathmatch. But you do get a lot of action playing deathmatch. So that about sums it up for BlackLight Tango Down. This might be something that you want to try out. Hopefully this video helped you if you're trying to make that decision as to whether or not to purchase this game. And if you're looking for more information or care to watch more videos, let me know. Send me a message, write a comment, and rate this. And if you want to hear more about the other game modes and see more gameplay, I will be happy to do so. So thanks again. This has been the Red Dragon signing out.